Hello everyone, so good morning, good evening or good afternoon. We thought we'd just do a lesson for some of the older children or even perhaps some of the parents. This is a lot more advanced obviously than the other lessons we've been doing, and a lot of people ask about the TOEIC test. So here, this is off the actual TOEIC website where they give you a couple of samples. So this is just an example question off the TOEIC website. Now, I've noticed with some TOEIC questions, they use a lot of words, and I think that sort of makes it a little bit scary for people. It makes it a little bit more difficult than what it actually has to be. So if we look at this question here, it says, customer reviews indicate that many modern mobile devices, that's a mouthful as it is, so many modern mobile devices are often unnecessarily, and then they want you to insert the answer here. So it's either A, complication, B, complicates, C, complicate, or D, complicated. Now, if you're very good at English, you might know straight away what the answer is there. But if you're not so good at English, you might sort of get in a bit of trouble here because of all these words. So customer reviews indicate that many modern mobile devices are often unnecessarily, and it's very, very wordy. So what I've done is I've written it over here on the board. It's exactly the same question, and I've put in our answers. Now, you might get a little bit sort of put off by customer reviews indicate that many modern mobile devices, because that, like I said, is very, very wordy. And you actually don't need that at all. The key here is this word here, are. So that's actually the verb. Lots of people say the verb's a doing word, but in this case it's sort of you're being something, you are something. So the verb is the important part. So to solve this word here, to find out what the missing word is, we just use the are. Now you don't have a lot of time in the TOEIC test. A lot of people say you don't have time. So you actually don't need any of this whatsoever. Okay, that's just complicating it. That's just making it a little bit more difficult and putting people off. So you can replace that with just the word they. So that could be anything. It doesn't really matter what it is. So it's just they. So far we've got they are. So they are. And now, often unnecessarily. Well, that actually isn't necessary itself. We can get rid of that. Because that's just adding to the sentence. It's just adding a bit. It's just making it more wordy, lots more words, makes the question a little bit more difficult. So it's just they are, and then we need our answer. So that whole sentence can actually just be put down to they are. So you've got your verb, you've got they, so they are something. So really, that's what it's actually asking you. So now it becomes a lot simpler, and you just have to think which one fits in. They are complication, they are complicates, they are complicate, they are complicated. And if your English level is reasonable, you probably figure they are complicated makes a lot more sense. So the answer there I have is D. They are complicated. They are complicated. Okay, now if you still, what might put you off a little bit there is the ED, because ED quite often means past tense. So what I'm going to do is think, now will that work? Can it be ED and not be in the past, because are is present? They are complicated. Well, I might think to myself, what's another word that ends in ED? Maybe tired. That ends in ED, but it's not necessarily past tense, that's present tense. So they are tired, yep, that makes sense. They are complicated, yep, that makes sense. So that whole big sentence that looks very, very difficult can actually just be broken down to they are, the answer is complicated, and the answer is D. Okay, I hope that's a little bit helpful for people who are learning English and wish one day to do exams like the TOEIC test. Okay, have a good day.